don't know where I'm headed for. Makes no difference, I say, anymore. Well, I got no future, and I've got no home. Can't do nothing now but roam. Well, I say, freight train, going so fast. Freight train, oh, now going so fast. Well, I don't care what train I'm on, as long as it keeps a rolling on. When my baby left my side, something deep I say inside me dying. Well, I've got to keep moving on till the memories of her are gone. Well, I say, freight train, going so fast. Freight train, yeah, going so fast. Well, I don't care.
Is this it?
Is this it? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Duncan Showroom and the Eugene Smith and Bill Levity Show.
Yeah.
Hi, it's number 72, and it's the something of June. Who knows what date it is?
6.
It's the 6th of June, which is hard to say once you get some false teeth. 6th. start to whistle in the wrong places.
6th of June.
How are you doing, young fella?
I'm doing good. Yep.
Good.
Doing
You're
fine.
looking good.
Yep.
What I can see of you, but
You can see all of me here. All of me.
but your soul, I can't see into your soul.
Well, here, wait, I'll raise my foot.
Yeah. Where was your phone at 4:15?
Where was what?
Your phone.
My phone. Why? Did you try and call me?
I did because I was going to be late. But luckily, Longevity John answered his phone. He came and got you, I bet.
Yeah, he did.
Nice. Good.
I wasn't totally ready when he came, but I hurried up.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
And it didn't even cost you pie.
No. No. Didn't have to make a pie.
Later it will
That'll
cost you.
come later, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm feeling good. Everything's going along quite nicely. I'm just,
good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you haven't been to the Queens lately? Taking
No,
a sabbatical?
I didn't go. I decided not. Didn't want to make them think that I was
You
a
were
regular.
regular. No, that would put you in another category altogether.
Yeah, I went 3 weeks in a row and got up and did 2 numbers with the house band, and that was
Nice.
fun.
Yes.
Just to get my voice back into some kind of shape, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Neat. And we're thinking about the Osborne Bay is still running. What do they call that place? With the jazz on Sunday. So that could be fun.
Oh, you mean over in Crofton?
With Preston Davies.
Over in Crofton, the Crofton pub.
The only thing that disturbs me about that venue is they call themselves the premier music venue of the Cowichan Valley, forgetting that we're here. Yeah, that's a bit of a diss, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah,
is that what they say?
I don't quite accept that in their advertising. The premium venue for drinkers. How about that?
I'm going to go over there and cause problems.
Cause problems.
I've become a troublemaker in the valley. You know.
Yes, you've always been a troublemaker. Just, spreading it around to various places, haven't you?
Although I did get in the other day. I got into the place.
Oh,
but
you did?
But I went in the morning.
That's
for,
weird.
For our breakfast. Instead of going at night, I went in the morning because that manager's not there in the morning.
I don't think they serve breakfast, do they?
No, I'm talking about at the White Spot.
How did you segue to there? Oh, you're troublemaking. Oh, yeah.
My troublemaking.
You promised not to bring that up, though.
I promised, but I lied.
I'm going to chastise you publicly. Yes. So, what do you think? 39 days, you might be around? Could he fit you in for a couple of songs?
No, I'm not going to do anything if I don't.
Come on. Just come on for my set and you can do some tunes or something.
When is your set?
I think it's
August the 7th.
John booked me the same day we do the Shakespeare, which is the weirdest thing ever. I'll still be in clown makeup, and the two worlds don't really collide for me, you know.
Oh, so the play's at night?
No, we do it at noon or something very odd. It's with all the buses running and the motorcycles, and we do about 2 hours from noon to 2, and I think we're the last thing usually, aren't we, Ted? Sometimes we're the last thing, and Brian Gossey plays behind the curtain. We're not? Well, that's it. Oh, forget it then. We're last thing of the day. All right. And the Folk Festival, 3 days this year, again, for the first time in 3 years, Lorna? Lorna is still hard working on the board. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. They took all the blood they could out of Paul, so they went to his loved one. Right, Paul? They left him a hollow shell. I did my time. I did 2 years on the board and 2 years as president. Paul's probably done more than that as president, but it does leave you a hollow shell. Wonderful organization, mind you, but it's hard work, isn't it, Lorna? It's a bit of work, yeah.
Is it usually 3 days or 2?
It's usually 3. Well, Friday night, so that's not a day, but Friday evening. Nice. Back to the usual skidooly.
Oh, so Friday's for the staff, the volunteers and all that?
No, it's a regular evening. Starts at 6 or something, and they have the singing of the special song and the Cinqua dancers, I think, usually. Yep, good. Bring it all in together. And then Saturday's a full day, and Sunday's about a 3/4 till about 5. So that's even longer. And then the volunteers do all the hard work, and then they have pizza, and they sing and drink.
Afterwards.
Beer. Yeah. The volley party. Yeah, there you go. So it's still not too late to join as a volunteer or a board member. They were trying to recruit the other day. I thought, oh, that's a little late in the game, isn't it? We'll take them. We'll take anybody.
They were trying to recruit volunteers.
Well, volunteers always, but no, not at all. No, we got back to being paid. Remember, an honorarium as MCs, which is nice. How about you? You MCing, Paul? He's not here yet. We haven't introduced him, but so what about you? You got something musical? What have you been working on?
Nothing.
Nothing. Sure.
Just well, I might try this just for fun today again.
Nice. Something with the kalimba. We always enjoy that.
Yeah.
Maybe we got some piano going outside. Will we hear that?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Could you tell them to stop? No, I'm just kidding. This is sitting here in limbo. Well, I know it won't be long. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sitting here in limbo, like a bird without a song. Well, they're putting up resistance, but I know, oh, I know my faith will lead me on. Oh, yeah, lead me on. Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here in limbo, waiting for the dice to roll. Well, I'm sitting here in limbo, got some time to call my own. Well, they're putting up resistance, but I know, oh, I know my faith will lead me on. Oh, yeah, lead me on. I can't say where life will take me when I know where I've been. I can't say what life will show me when I know what I've seen. Cried my hand in love and friendship, that's so fast and gone. Oh, this little boy is moving on. Oh, yeah, now sitting here in limbo, waiting for the tide to flow. Well, I'm sitting here in limbo, got some time to search my soul. Well, they're putting up resistance, but I know my faith will lead me on. Yes, it will. Lead me on. Hell yeah. Sitting in a limbo. Sitting in a limbo. Sitting in a limbo, 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 limbo. Oh yeah. Sitting in a limbo, all right. Sitting in a limbo. Oh, come on. Sitting in a limbo, 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 limbo. Sitting in a limbo. Sitting in a limbo. Sitting in a limbo, all right. Sitting in a limbo. There you go.
All right.
Woo!
Nice. And were you?
I'm sitting in a
Sitting
limbo.
in limbo? Good. Not a limo, but
Not
a
a
limbo.
limo. I get the limo service.
It wasn't like that Margaret Trudeau story where you were in the limo and she was trying to get you to score some weed.
You always want me to tell that story.
I know. Why don't you tell it?
Well,
Okay.
I could tell.
Well, you don't have to.
It was now that you got me started a little bit. Well, Margaret Trudeau was when I had the warm-up band and we were playing in Mont Cascade in Quebec during the wintertime. Well, it was actually in the wintertime, and this happened in the summertime. And Margaret Trudeau and her boyfriend showed up in the Mercedes, and the owner of the pub came and asked me if did I have any weed with me, because Margaret Trudeau was there. And I had just bought an ounce of grass, and so I said, yeah, I do. And so we go to the car and we get in. Him and I are sitting in the front and she's in the back. And she says to me, she says, Eugene, she says, could you let me roll? I said, let you roll? Yeah, I want to roll some joints. She says, I love to roll joints. She says, when the Rolling Stones, when Mick and the boys are in town in Toronto playing, they always let me roll all the marijuana joints because I love to roll. So I passed the bag of weed to her in the back, and she rolled up my whole ounce of crack and then handed all these joints back to me. And I'm thinking, you stupid, why would you do that to me? Now I got to conceal all these joints. Right?
You look like a dealer.
I look like a dealer. So I went into the club and just sold them for $10 for it.
There you go. These have been touched by Margaret Trudeau. Rolled. Well, I bet the joints weren't the only thing rolling around when the Rolling Stones were in town.
No, I'm
Margaret.
sure there was
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
just joints. Yeah.
So this was post-Pierre. She had a boyfriend.
They were no longer together. And
How old do you think she was when they got married? She was a youngster. There was a bit of an age difference there. Maybe anybody remember? That's
No.
going way back. No, I don't remember either.
I don't remember either.
That was before or during her affair with Fidel, hence Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tim, apparently. Tim's also the love child of Margaret Trudeau and Fidel Castro.
Kidding.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know
He's
that.
the other one they don't talk about, yeah.
I thought it was Fidel.
Well, yeah, he's Fidel's illegitimate son, that's right.
Tim is.
Yeah.
And
The
so
other one.
him and Justin
Or
are brothers.
yeah, arguably.
Oh.
Yeah. We like Tim better, though. Yeah, we do. That's a great story. Well, thank you for telling it.
Okay.
I was in here working last... Tim for Prime Minister. No, he doesn't want to run. He's smart.
Oh, I
Smart.
do have some information for you. They got
What?
married in 1971.
Oh, Pierre?
Maggie and Pierre.
Oh, 71. Okay,
married
and
in
what year do you think that
71.
was?
They divorced in 1984.
Divorced in 84. 13 years of bliss. Wow. I wonder how that went.
And 3 kids. Well, that's
3
how it
kids.
went.
Well, yeah, sure. Those were the good days. Daniel Rice. Well, that's somebody new. I was playing piano outside. My bad, guys. You're killing it right now. Well, thank you, Daniel.
That's the guy who was playing piano.
Yeah, funny. And he's got the Wi-Fi going. Thank you, Daniel.
He must have heard me.
He must have heard you.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
It wasn't me at all.
no, it wasn't you. It's not all about Eugene.
No,
Just most of the time. We were in here last night under the tyranny of another senior. Aiden and I transformed the stage. Now, the Mercury players were in here doing Women of Lockerbie. Did you guys come? You didn't? Yay, Lorna came. Inspired by the Shawnigan Players' use of Long John's venues for theater. And they did it thrust, so they straightened the couch out, and there was stools behind, and they had a nice kind of a white curtain, wasn't it, Ted, that defined that space, and then the actors were here. So what we do is we drop this front section down to a foot, this 3 feet, and then we put flats where you're sitting. So there's 3 levels of seating on the stage, and they actually had an exit up the middle. So it was very effective. And it's supposed to be based on Greek theater, so they had kind of stones and fake river set up through the middle here that they would step over. And then it ran into, what would you call that, Tim? It was like a wall hanging, but it's an applique thing with the river running up the wall, mountains, and yeah. So it was really kind of neat. And the play is it's kind of a melodrama based on it's a tragic, do you remember the event? The crash in Lockerbie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's based on the how many years anniversary? They were 7-year anniversary, and they're still trying to recover the women mostly of the town from the trauma, their children being killed or crushed or whatever. And then there's a couple that are there to, the mom is there to try and find remains of her son. Her son, unfortunately, was sitting on the bomb. So, of course, they never find anything of his, except his suitcase, which was something. Oh, well, it's too late now. You can't go and see it now.
I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the place.
There was not. Tim was weeping in the background. I wept. Well, not wept, but I did have a couple of tears there. And, it's great to see that John and Tim are so versatile that they open up their doors to theater as well. We're going to be in here with the Hamlet, right where you're sitting. I think Laura Faulkner is going to use the stage. So she's doing kind of a different version of Hamlet in October. So once again, theater will come to the showroom in the fall.
Yeah, it's good.
If we can stay open with your pledges from the audience, donate.
Oh, yeah, they've been
Right?
donating to our show, haven't they?
A lot. Millions.
we can take trips now.
Trips. Never leave the farm.
We're tripping.
Well, our guest today, thank you to your housemate for reminding me, because I totally would have forgot his most famous
What is that?
bands. I don't know. Does anybody know this character? Oh, he's got 2 heads. Oh my God, there's a garish, devilish head. Where's the camera, Tim? Over there? Oh. And then this smiley guy. So he must be, this comes from a 6-year-old. So whatever they're into. I moved another well-known, well-loved singer-songwriter on the weekend, Reed Williams, whose stuff I cover, and Paul knows. And you've met briefly, maybe. They moved back to Somenos Road from Lake Cowichan. Because apparently there's a dearth of culture in Lake Cowichan. Just expensive real estate now.
You said you were going to introduce me to them. Is that the couple?
I could. Yeah.
That's the couple. They live where you live, right?
No. Who am we thinking of?
I'm thinking of somebody different then.
I'm going to introduce you to a couple.
They won some Junos and stuff.
Oh, no, that's Blue Moon Marquee. Yes, I'd love you to meet. Have you guys met Blue Moon Marquee, Paul and Lorna? Alan Jazz, lovely couple. They just killed at the Junos. They won 4 awards or something. And their career's going smashingly, in the States, in Australia. And so they're ascending, as you say. Nice. Very nice people.
Yeah.
Very nice people. That was not fair, was it? Not fair at all.
Well, listen, why don't we call them up here?
Let's say, whoever this guy is that we got, I don't know. Well, when I came to the Cowichan Valley, before I met you and started following you around and driving you to gigs and stuff, I had one musical hero when I was young. His name is Scott Merritt, well-known Canadian, maybe not so much out here. Great songwriter, and I followed him from the age of 4. He lived in my neighborhood. And has a good career in the East. But when I got here, I was learning to play guitar and sing, and I played at the first folk festival, high on marijuana cookies. And but I had always revered this gentleman and been inspired by his musicality. When I first met Chanton Paul, he was working at Wisteria House. My friend Kim McQuaid worked with him. And he would take his guitar to work. That's how inspired he was in the muse. And he was always playing, always writing. And thank you, Peter. Yes, I did follow Sea Dog a lot. I saw a lot of gigs, and it was always fun to see him and Al and whoever they threw into the band at the time, right, Paul? You said it was sort of a collective. And, of course, latter days he's been with, very many collections of people, but Jane's Way, notably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane, a wonderful musician from Lake Cowichan. And lately, when was that, the Vimy Hall anniversary gig? February 14th was 50 years? 100 years. Oh, my God, that's twice 50. And Paul threw together a band of wonderful people for the occasion and also wrote a song for Vimy. So let's bring him on up because he's a wonderful fellow, inspired songwriter, Mr. Paul Ruszel. Give him a big welcome.
A big welcome.
He's loco now. He was from somewhere else a long time ago.
A local yoko.
Thank you for using the Fred Astaire's. They're dangerous but exciting. Just like Tim.
Just what? Tim's exciting?
Dangerous. And
Dangerous.
Welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. You're looking good. Have you been out in the garden getting sun?
I have been out in the garden a lot.
Nice. I was very inspired. You had your 49th birthday recently. Yeah. Very nice party and well loved. This gentleman is a nice collection of people. And we noticed how much garden area you're developing, so that's exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. You've been on.
I wasn't supposed to be
Weren't you?
starting another career, but
Weren't you?
I have.
Gardener. Paul Ruszel, gardener, musical gardener. And how many years have you been on that homestead?
Since 1981. Is that
Wow.
right? 80?
Wow. Is that right, Lorna? 1981?
When we moved to the homestead. Yeah.
Sunrise Road, also the home further down and a little over of the original Waldorf School, right?
Yep.
And you guys have been involved with the Waldorf School from the beginning, is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
we have. Yep.
It's exciting. And you're still stalwart volunteers with them, aren't you? Or is
well,
Lorna, maybe?
yeah. Well, I'm
Or both.
I'm going to a meeting tonight.
Oh, there you go. A wonderful group of people and educational model. And sadly, the high school is no longer functioning. But is there a Waldorf High School in Victoria?
No.
Damn, what
there's-
happened?
I don't know.
Is there one anywhere in the
There's one in Vancouver still.
Vancouver? Okay.
Yeah.
So
and
they're
Tor-
dedicated.
And there's
they
one in
could go.
Toronto.
Nice. Could fly them out. But anyway, I'm sure many good memories and years with that organization. And we had Lennon 2 weeks ago, one of the alumni.
Ah.
Yeah, that crazy wild madman who's a graduate, I think. Did he
Yes.
make it all the way through?
Him and my son were capital T trouble.
Well, that's did you hear that we raised the story? Because, of course, our dear friend Ron Canty, we are part of the poker alumni, and I raised the story because I wanted to know what really happened. And he was pretty honest. I think he admitted that there was a bit of willingness to drive poor Ron mad or over the top, so as only young people could do.
What I liked was when he said at the end, though, after talking about driving Ron mad, he said that Ron and his girlfriend have become one of his their main supporters at the market when he's busking. They come and they dance to his music and everything else. He says it's so weird after what we did to him.
All is forgiven.
All is forgiven. He comes to hear Lennon. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So that was nice. That was nice that that's happened that way.
So you migrated from Ontario. What age did you begin playing and writing?
I started playing when I was young. I used to sneak into my brother's room.
Right.
And I was left-handed and he was right-handed.
Oh, weird.
So that's when I learned to play right-handed because I couldn't change the strings on his guitar
Yeah.
before he got home.
Did you try the Jimi Hendrix thing where you just turn it upside down, or that's too weird?
No, that never did work for me. So.
No, because you'd want to learn the chords from him.
No, I
or-
usually ended up, like standing on my head trying to play.
Right. So you are left-handed though, like baseball, writing, snooker, all those things.
Baseball,
You're
writing,
left-handed.
snooker, poker. I'm a left-handed poker player, in case you
That's
didn't
what's
notice.
going on. We knew it was something weird. Although
knew
Paul
something
was the
was
big
going
wiener last time. Did he tell you, Lorna? He just creamed us. Yeah, that was a banner night, wasn't it, Paul?
Yeah. I was at $1.60 more than I lost the last time.
That's good.
Well,
Goes around, comes
I
around.
always like the pots. They're like a big pot, and if you count it, it's only about $5 or not $4, $3.
But it feels like a lot. feels
like a
good.
lot.
Oh, yes, we play with Canadian Tire Money, a game that Eugene invented, and it takes away a lot of the stress of losing real money, even though sometimes you have to pay for more Canadian Tire
Although
Money.
it's troublesome because they don't give it away. They don't give away Canadian Tire Money anymore.
They've stopped the wonderful flow.
Now we're real dinosaurs.
We're real
Ron, We have
dinosaurs.
the banker. We still have the banker.
Still got the banker. We love you, Ron. And we may have a game coming up. You knows. Paul, what do you got musically for us? What did you bring to play with the big fella?
Well, I thought I'd do a kind of 2 songs, one profane and one sacred.
Perfect. We wouldn't expect any less.
Yeah. So this first song I was I don't know, it was 5 years ago this month, wasn't it? When I injured myself in the garden.
Uh-oh.
I was at the Souk Bluegrass Festival on the Friday,
Right, which is,
and so I worked my patooties off to get there.
yeah.
And Saturday I was a little sore, and when I woke up Sunday morning I couldn't walk.
Now, wait, you started the injury at the Bluegrass Festival?
No, I started it in the garden
Okay.
so that I could get to the Bluegrass Festival.
Oh, and you were really sore by the end.
I was really sore, and I was totally crippled by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
And
Do you care to describe the physical actions that led you to the injury?
digging and
Digging.
shoveling.
Yes, digging and shoveling. Those are enough.
Moving
yeah.
dirt,
Moving
Garden
dirt.
stuff.
garden stuff.
I can see how that would hurt you. Shoveling is one of the worst. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, because the Bluegrass Festival, when it was down there, is now moved to Lake Town. But that was a wonderful venue right on the river.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, loved it down there. Many fun memories from that place.
So whilst I was at my worst with this injury, I was on morphine for 6 months.
Woo! 6 months.
6 months.
And you came out of that?
I came out of it. Yeah.
Lorna, you got him back?
And I've decided that morphine's wonderful for killing pain.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it also kills your initiative
Right.
and your will and your creativity.
Indeed, both. How about the appetite? Probably many things.
Well, I've never had a problem with my appetite,
Okay.
as you can tell.
You're looking great.
What's
Well,
the-
I'm glad
what's
you
the
were.
song called?
This is called Morphine Haze. I used to bring home $1, save for a rainy day, buy books and toys for the kids, take you on a holiday. I used to walk through my neighborhood, down to the riverside, down to the riverside. I can't go there anymore, bless my legs for trying. I have been a better man, and I've seen better days. I'm still doing the best I can, looking into a glass darkly, well, through a morphine haze. house with wood, fix a car when it broke down, plant a garden in the spring, put those seedlings in the ground, tarp the roof up when it poured, fought the pipes out when they froze. Well, bless my legs and soul, I can't do that anymore. I have been a better man, and I've seen better days. I'm still doing the best I can, looking into a glass darkly, well, through a morphine haze. Come on. Well, it's not that I don't love life, all my friends and family, but sometimes the pain cuts so deep, I'm not good company. Yeah, but that don't mean I'm giving up, trying to find my way around. But my legs betray my stumbling in my search for solid ground. I used to drive for miles and miles, love the wind in my hair. I camp out in the woods, I'd go anywhere. Well, the world has shrunk so fast, it just don't seem fair. Now all the traveling I do is from my easy chair. I have been a better man, and I've seen better days. I'm still doing the best I can, looking into a glass darkly, well, through a morphine haze. I have been a better man, and I've seen better days. I'm still doing the best I can, looking into a glass darkly, well, through a morphine haze. Looking into a glass darkly, through a morphine haze.
Whoa!
There we go.
I love that one. Yeah. Woo. Oh, I love that. I haven't heard that before because we talked about the line "looking into a glass darkly," which comes from
Comes
somewhere
from
back.
the Bible.
Bible. Wow.
Corinthians.
Corinthians. Yes, thank you. But what a great song, and that's one of the reasons we love you is just your great songwriting and storytelling, and it's wonderful, wonderful. Now there was some controversy, of course, because you won so many songwriting contests. And, it's not because you pass over $100 bills or you're on the board. You're just a good songwriter. What was the last one? There was the Duncan. There was a contest for Duncan what? That was a few years ago.
Well, that was a few years ago. That was 2011, actually.
Wow, 2011.
That was this Duncan Centennial, wasn't it? 100
Nice.
years? Yeah.
And so your song
Yes,
prevailed
actually,
for that?
I won this. They had a song contest. I actually wrote the song
Right.
and sent it to City Council
Yeah.
and said, use this for your 100th anniversary
Oh,
celebration.
nice.
And then the next thing I know, I look in the paper, song contest.
Oh,
We're asking for entries
Oh,
for
no.
a song contest. So I figured, well, I've already put it in. But the
Yeah.
day before the contest had ended, somebody from council called me and said, well, are you going to put an application in? I said, I
Oh.
put one in 6 months ago. She says, no, you got to do an official
Redo.
application.
a redo.
I
Yeah.
had to do a redo, but I won
Good.
anyway. So. And they have a time capsule buried at the train station here.
Oh, weird. I heard about that. Yeah.
and my CD's in the time capsule.
Neat.
But I told them, I said, if you're putting a CD in the time capsule, you got to put a CD player in there as well.
Oh, good thinking.
Because 50 years or 100 years from now, no one's
Yeah.
going to know what the hell a CD is.
So did they?
What's this? Looks like a Christmas
I
ornament.
know, yeah. A little Walkman.
A cozy, a tea cozy, or a
Discman.
coffee.
Coaster.
That's
A beer
good.
coaster.
Well,
And they're
when they bury me, I will be the time capsule.
You'll be the time capsule. That's right.
I just hope they don't dig me up.
And the Folk Guild also has run a couple. We've done that 2 years in a row. It seems like we did it, or 3 years.
We did it about 5 years. in a
5
row,
years.
actually.
Wow. Yeah. So it did generate a bit of interest and
I
some
won
good
that
songs.
too. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was
Yeah.
fun. Nice to win in your hometown.
Oh heck yeah. And what was that song about? What was that song?
That
you
was
entered.
a song about the demise of the railroad of Vancouver Island.
Oh God, yes, yeah. Still a sad thing. As long as Graham Bruce is employed to keep faint hopes alive, that's all I'm worried about.
Yes.
That he's getting 100,000 a year too.
Yes. Well, you know, laying down new track would only cost about $2 billion.
That's not bad.
I don't know what they're waiting for
Now,
now. Yeah.
yeah.
That's right, eh? Oh God, we got to generate some interest up here. Get some billionaires up in this country. And we spoke of your brother, also a wonderful songwriter, Andy Ruszel. And do you think, not competitive wouldn't be the right word, but do you think there was, as brothers go, that you were, that there was a bit of back and forth, that you kind of measure each other as you go along through your musical career, how you're doing? And
Well, it's an interesting thing because we played together quite a bit
You
during
have.
high school. And we did a lot of gigs together.
as what
and
did you
then-
call yourselves?
We called ourselves Rasalila,
Oh, interesting.
which is Sanskrit for dance of lust.
Oh, you devils! I love that. That's Rosalila. And no, did you
And
tell
then,
people
and then
what
we
it
had a
meant?
country and western duo where we called ourselves the Flub Brothers.
Flub Brothers, nice.
Ernie and Toby Flub.
That's resonating with the Tubbs. Flubs.
And then I went through about 40 years difference there where I was into folk, he was into blues.
Right.
I got into Celtic music, he got into bluegrass. I
Yeah.
got into bluegrass, he got into blues again.
Right, of course. Yeah.
And never the twain shall meet.
Right.
So-
Not on purpose, but it just sort
No,
of
it
happens
just-
that
it
way.
Just happened that way.
And we did talk to him at the birthday. What's the project that he's working on now? It's another
He's
duo.
working. It's called Old Growth.
Old Growth, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we maybe in the fall if we come back, we'll have Andy.
He'll be at. I think he's going to be at this year's festival. So
Folk Fest.
yes, he'll
Good,
be at Folk
finally.
Fest. Yep.
Yeah, because has that happened before that he's brought
Yep.
a-
And my
yeah.
son will be there as well.
Old what's his name?
Old Tad.
You're never in fear that you'll just be known as father of Tad because you're still a vital songwriter.
no, it's
Thank
not
goodness.
father of Tad. It's Tad's dad.
Tad's dad. Dirty Boots. Who's he with?
Big dirty boots.
Big
yeah.
Dirty Boots. And that's Kai Falk Nielsen and David
Peter.
Peters.
Yep.
Nice. Well, I look forward to that because I've been wanting to hear them for a long time. So this is going to be
You
a
missed
bang
the
up.
show. You missed the show here.
I know. I don't know why. Hermiting. Something going on. Anyway, well, that's an exciting folk festival. Holy moly. Let's read the notes, then we'll let you play another song. Hold on. Who's on the internet? Oh, it's Daniel Rice. Sorry, I read that. No one's talking. They're all quiet. I think it's due to our irregular schedule, but that's okay. We'll. I think the thing that I like to do is share the song after the fact, share the show after the fact, and that way we get some good views. But what else did you bring for us? That was the profane one, and you brought a divine one as well.
This actually was a result of a show that Long John held. Before he had this, and in between the Duncan Garage and here, he was putting shows on at the local hotel.
You remember the
Oh, I remember.
And
Silverbridge?
Yep, and I went to see a guy called, a wonderful guy, Martin Joseph.
Oh, Martin, he is wonderful.
And, you know, he's kind of like Europe's Gordon Lightfoot.
Really, he is.
16 albums later, et cetera,
Oh,
et cetera.
God, yeah.
But I was sitting in the show, and it was just bizarre. He'd just come from New York.
Yeah.
3 sold-out nights in New York.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, just doing Bruce Springsteen covers.
Weird. Eh?
Yeah, he's got a whole album of Bruce Springsteen
Oh,
covers, which
man.
is actually really good.
Yeah.
So we go to see him, and there's 12 people in the audience. And I thought,
It's hard.
what's
yeah.
going on here?
What's going? Even
But
at a
he-
bar, so it
he-
wasn't drinking.
He
It was-
did pose the question. He said, "Does anybody have a burning question?"
Yeah.
And I thought, I have a burning question.
As you would.
When will the world find love?
Ah, good one. Good one.
I'm not saying that I'm giving up, at least not today. There is one burning question I need an answer for. It haunts my waking hours like ghosts on parade. When will the world find love? I am waiting patiently for the wealth of the planet to be measured by the riches of the soul. When the bottom line is peace, we can throw those guns away. When will the world find love? Find love, our greatest power. Find love, our finest hour. Find love, we were never meant to live on bread alone. Find love in all that's living. Find love in all we're given. When will the world find love? When will the world find love? How can it be the hardest thing to see? The love we're looking for is lying at our feet. Like so many in this world, I've always been a dreamer. I dream of unity, peace and joy. Grateful for each moment, still waiting for the answer. When will the world find love? Find love, our greatest power. Find love, our finest hour. Find love, we were never meant to live on bread alone. Find love in all that's living. Find love in all we're given. When will the world find love? When will the world find love? Find love.
Lovely. And a very good question. Laying at your feet. So that's basically my cat. So I guess I've got everything I need.
You love your cat?
I do love my cat.
Well, there you go.
I'm okay. I need look no further. So before we wrap things up, I want to ask you two questions. One, this guitar, and I know you went from Lovely Martin to this maker, which is who?
No, I had a couple guitars in
In between, did you? Yeah.
This is a Boucher guitar.
Boucher, right?
They're handmade in Quebec.
Nice. Quebec, eh?
Their main spokesperson is Lenny Gallant
Right. Not a bad
and Bruce
spokesperson.
Coburn.
Ooh, yes.
So I'll figure if Bruce can play one.
Aye.
Good enough for me.
Good enough for you. And is it a bit of a slim line? When I look at it, it's like maybe it's not the full jumbo dreadnought.
No, it's a smaller size guitar.
Nice.
As they get older, they get too heavy.
Well, they do. Well, it's throwing the
get
shoulder
too heavy.
over, and the shoulder goes out, and that's a lovely guitar.
Well, that's why I've downsized.
He's downsized a lot. He's downsized a lot. And what are your plans for the summer musically? What do you got lined up?
Well,
You're playing the festival.
I got a house concert coming up somewhere soon.
Oh, somewhere you're
They're-
not sure.
They're gonna announce. They're gonna let me know.
Okay, good.
And I got the 39 Days of July.
Nice, which is always fun. Yes.
Yeah, always fun.
Thanks to John and Tim
In
and the
fact,
whole crew.
I had a third song I was going to play that actually mentions the 39 Days of July.
wow! Wow.
But that'll have to wait for
it
another.
might have to wait because we're. What time is it? Tim has to get ready for. Oh my God, 6:23. Yep. So what's that song called though? Because we can watch for it.
It's called "Don't Go Falling in Love."
Oh well, you should just give me that advice secretly. Bill, don't go falling in love. Thank you for being here. We always enjoy your company and your wonderful songwriting. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here again with my good pals, my poker buddies.
Poker buddies.
I love to take your money.
I love to take your money.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You gonna play along with Eugene? What key is it in, Gene?
C. Try your C. Yeah, that's close enough. Good night, everybody. Hope you enjoy the show. Say good night, everybody. Hope you enjoy the show. Come on back next week, and we'll play you some more. Say good night, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you had a good time.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back again. Oh, it'll be sublime. Try one, Father. Come on, Bill.
That's fine. Say goodnight, everybody. I hope you enjoyed number 72.
Yeah, we do.
Say goodnight, everybody. 72 for you. Yeah, it is. All right. Mr. Paul Ruszel, fine fella. Coming at you now. We'll see you next week. Then in 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks
with
now.
Jerry Barnum.
Hey, well, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, good night, everybody. Well, come on back in 2 weeks, and we'll play you some more. Yeah. Good night, good night.
Mr. Eugene Smith, I'm Bill Levity. Thank you to Paul Ruszel, our wonderful guest, our beloved guest. Mr. Tim Cadillac, Ted, Dr. What's his name? So I got that all mixed up. On the board,
Dr. Trudeau.
Dr. No. And Longevity John, our host, and our wonderful audiences. Thank you for coming out.
And Jerry Barnum.
Jerry Barnum in 2 weeks. Don't forget to come back in 2 weeks at 5:30, right, Gene?
Yep, our last show.
Our last show for the year, or for the season, sorry.
Yeah.
Till the fall. There we go. Thanks, Paul. Wonderful.
Thank you.
And thank you all out there in Hinterland. We'll see you soon. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Free train, going so fast. Well, I don't care what train I'm on, as long as it keeps a rolling on. Well, I say I don't care what train I'm on, as long as it keeps a rolling on. Well, the train keeps rolling on. Well, the train keeps rolling on and on.